like I have to make, if I want to cover everything that I need, I have to make $120 to $140 a day, minimum. That's 20 for me, 20 for gas, 20 for rent, 20 in expenses, 20 for what you call it, car, 20 for credit card, 20 for two other things I got going on I can't quite tell you about right now. But over time, see, it's this stuff here that I really hate, because this is what loosens everything up. It's very demoralizing when your seat lets go. It's just like, And that man right there that just passed me, I was talking to him yesterday morning. And hopefully next week he'll be coming by to grab a bunch of vehicles for me, which that'll go towards the next vehicle and what have you. So anyway, I've got what's in my bank account, about $3,400, right? I've got almost 2 months of living expenses ahead, which is not enough to get me through the winter. I need about 5 to 6 months ahead to do it right, 3 months minimum. You know, because you start running out of cash in March, next thing you know, it's like you're out of money till about June, right? By the time the money starts to really flow. So it makes life really freaking hard. Because you go broke so fast. And it's kind of like a farmer. You don't spend all your cash when you get it. You spend only as you need, right? So I've got the $3,400 sitting in there, and 74 bucks and whatever, okay? But now, okay, you can minus, I would have had about $5,400 in there, or say 5,300 in there. But I paid off my credit card, all $1,700 and $80 of it, and whatever odd cents. And what that does is it sets me up for the winter with no debt, which is usually what I try to do, is reduce my debt so that I don't have to pay more than $200 a month in credit card payments throughout the winter, right? And at the very tail end of the winter, I can start running up the debt again. But if I go into the winter with zero debt, I know we're tail end of July, winter's a long way away, but that's, you plan in stages and in months to a degree where you're not, boxing yourself in, right? You don't wait till the month of to deal with stuff. You got to think about it 4 or 5 months ahead. You want to pay your car insurance. After you pay your car insurance, you start saving up for next year. You know what I mean? And you do it, like I say, $20. A vehicle fund is like 20 bucks a check, or every couple of days. If you can get like $100 a week for vehicle service, that would be probably, you'd probably be fine after a couple of years, right? Ideally, what was that? Didn't like the sound of that. I have no idea what that sound was. Every vehicle I have, guys, is got question marks on it. Every vehicle, without exception. Even the Super Bertha. The thing is that I got the credit card debt gone. I now have the cell phone paid for. $400 worth of tools paid for. The pole arm chainsaw, although it's only made me a little bit of money, I gotta come back here and cut the grass after. So I should probably do it right now because it's in the shade, but anyway. But wait, there's more. Oh, I got gas this time, so for sure I'll be able to cut the grass. The thing is that I'm still dividing up my money, but now that my credit card's paid off, okay, something unique happened to me last week. where I started to realize that all this $20 here, $20 here, $20 here, $20 here is now added up to a point where even if I just put $20 to $40 away for a credit card payment, whether I have one or not, when the next time I use my credit card, I might be able to pay it off in one shot and keep the debt low. There are times where you have to use a credit card just because mail order or whatever, right? But I'm now getting to the point where I can go back to where I was when I was in better financial standing and get to a point where I could buy things cash. Guys, that is very liberating to not have to pay the debt. Debt is bad no matter what. I think, well, all my audience agrees with that. I don't think there's anybody that doesn't. But sometimes it's the way you have to do it. Now, it doesn't mean I'm getting rid of my credit card. No, it's a safety net. But it's a safety net that can keep you locked into it for a long, long time, right? And anyway, I got $500, another $500, just by putting $20 a day away from each work day for the last since my other car broke down almost 2 months ago. So it doesn't sound like much, but now that brings me up to about $4,000 again with everything in the bank for a vehicle. But that doesn't cover insurance, whatever, but I could pay $3,000 on the vehicle or $35,000 on the vehicle and still have $500 for insurance, plate, and a full tank of gas just to get me going. You know what I mean? So, but there's no maintenance fee. Ideally, a minimum maintenance fee for a person should be at least, let me get over here, should be at least $1,500 to $5,000. $5,000 will cover almost any repair a typical vehicle could experience. You know, like if you have to get major engine work done or something like that, that'll cover that, right? But who has $5,000 just sitting there doing nothing, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's not spoken for. That takes years to get there. What wipes me out is buying a vehicle almost every year, right? Even the cheap ones, it just wipes me out. You know, because if I can get 4 years out of a vehicle to 5 years out of a vehicle, I'm willing to wait months to find that vehicle, because like I said before, the only difference between a used vehicle and a new vehicle is a used vehicle is a time bomb. A new vehicle is a time bomb with a warranty, right? But the problem is there's under no realistic world where I can afford a brand new vehicle payment. Like, I think your minimum payment on the shittiest vehicle is still going to be $400 to $600 a month. You know what I mean? On a truck, minimum $900 to $1,000 a month. Like, one thing goes wrong, those kind of numbers add up so fast. You just end up in the red right away, and you don't want to start off in the red, right? The red means you can't afford what you got. And you see why I don't like this stuff? I really don't like. They just did this, right? So they have to fix the shoulder, but the stuff is so soft. It's that's why I'm going to go on the other side of the road. I got to go on this side anyway, so. Because I'm not even going to say it out loud, but I don't want to hear things going pop. I don't need that in my life right now. Me? Oh, I'm good. I'm just going down in here. Perfect. Thanks, bud. Okay. Take care. He's probably either a fellow site. He looks sort of familiar. I'm not too sure. But I get that all the time. Like they see me on this, they get like if it's over a a road bike or a hybrid or a mountain bike, they probably say, ah, no, he's fine. But they're looking at this, they're like, oh yeah, he's got a broken down vehicle. He's riding a girl's bike. These guys are in my way. Guys go. I just don't feel like getting squished. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, the idea of going, paying off my debt, and okay, I'll have a little bit less towards a vehicle is a better thing, because now all my money coming in can go to wherever I want it to go other than servicing a debt, right? Find fault with that. So that also means I'm still in, like, you know, saving, you know, like I've got 2 months worth of living expenses ahead and a bit. Hopefully by the end of this month I'll have 3, and then hopefully by the end of the season I'll have at least, like this year where I made it all the way to June before I ran, like before my well, actually I didn't spend all my money. I had till August covered, but there's something coming up the pike that has made me have to save a little bit more, which is going to cut into that, right? And